France appears to be living through its George Floyd moment. Rioting and mass looting have swept the country over the last few nights, in yet another alarming indication that integrating large numbers of migrants and their descendants has utterly failed. The unrest was sparked by the police shooting of 17-year-old French-Algerian Nahal M, who was shot by cops after speeding away from a police stop. And despite the teen having a long criminal history, of course no one deserves to lose their life over driving without a license. The officer responsible was immediately charged with manslaughter, but then all hell broke loose. In what has become an all-too-familiar pattern, France's notoriously lawless, migrant-populated banlieues erupted, with criminal opportunists immediately exploiting the chaos to engage in mass looting and widespread arson. Nike shoe stores were a primary target. Because justice always looks awfully similar to appropriating that new pair of Air Jordans. Yeah, justice for Nahal M also apparently included stealing hordes of expensive designer handbags.
Viens, viens, je manque pas ta tête, moi, ça. Mon pote, Ah, c'est à vendre? Non, c'est pas à vendre. Combien ça coûte, le sang? Montre, attends, arrête de bouger.
Police brutality will continue unless all the Guccis and Chanels are redistributed. Violent mobs, described as protesters by the mainstream media, also broke into a Lidl supermarket. Because nothing says righteous restitution like ensuring your community can no longer buy cheap food. They also burned down an elementary school in Lille, and in one case, in Marseille, a library. Proving again that this reaction has nothing to do with justice and everything to do with their seething hatred for the country in general. When the riots have spread to Belgium, a totally different country with a totally different police force, with no responsibility in any way whatsoever for the death of this 17-year-old, then you know something bigger is happening than just an angry reaction to one instance of police brutality. Videos that I can't even play show completely innocent people being pulled from their vehicles and viciously beaten by these same mobs. We'll take a look at more reaction to all this after a word from today's video sponsor. Look at this little fella, he's only 8 weeks old. He's too young and quite frankly too fluffy to need a proper skincare routine. Me, on the other hand, well, that's a very different story. At my age, I need all the help I can get. That's why I'm excited to have Tiege Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. Tiege Hanley simplifies the process of taking care of your skin. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing you don't. Implementing a quality skincare routine will improve your confidence in all aspects of your life. This is important stuff, so I recommend you start with their Level 1 system, which comes with all the basics. A daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. I've been using Tiege Hanley for months now, and it's left my skin feeling fresh, supple, and revived each and every morning. Ooh, nice. But you don't just have to take my word for it, because they have over 7,000 5-star reviews from customers around the globe. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the first link in the description down below, and you'll get a massive 30% off your first box and a free gift. Don't you dare miss out on this incredible deal. Click that link and get started today. Now back to the video. Note how the country is set ablaze after one killing, tragic although it may be, of a 17-year-old from an ethnic community. But when 130 people were killed on the streets of Paris by Islamic jihadists, the reaction was to light candles and hand out flowers. When a failed asylum seeker stabbed babies in their prams in Annecy, the reaction from the media was to get angry over some sporadic peaceful right-wing protests in response to it. In reaction to the latest riots, the BBC is more concerned about the rise of far-right parties across Europe. France has absorbed so many migrants and their descendants over the last 20 years. Entire areas of cities are no-go zones, where police, ambulance workers and firefighters are attacked and pelted with stones if they go anywhere near. A recent poll conducted by Le Figaro shows nearly 3 out of 4 French people believe the country has taken in too many immigrants, with 74% saying there are too many immigrants in France. This represents an 11-point increase from when the poll was conducted 5 years ago. Even a slim majority of Greens and Socialists think there are too many immigrants. That's how chronic this situation has become, with 600,000 new people imported in just the last year alone. Now the French government is busy planning to take migrants from the cities and redisperse them to the countryside. Yeah, I'm sure they'll love that. The curfews now being imposed are pointless. Why would criminals adhere to a curfew? And there's even talk of martial law. There's talk of tonight being even worse than last night, bedlam like we've never seen before. President Macron knows who to blame though: social media. Yeah, that's the real problem. Despite the fact that this exact same thing happened back in 2005, before Twitter or Facebook even existed. Macron will today chair a crisis meeting of ministers, after previously ignoring the situation entirely and spending his time at an Elton John concert instead. But this isn't a crisis, is it? It's a new way of life. It's what happens when you absorb millions of migrants into a European country at an accelerated pace, with zero plan and zero prospects for ever integrating them. Beyond pithy, pathetic, empty platitudes about cultural enrichment and diversity being a strength. Get early access to videos, exclusive live streams, and personally DM me. You've seen how much I get demonetized all the time. Well, this is how you support me. By subscribing at pauljosephwatson.locals.com. Please click the link in the description.